Struggle, 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 the struggle, 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 the struggle, 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 the struggle, struggle, struggle. Struggle you, the struggle.
Hey, guess what time it is? It's time for your favorite podcast, Struggle University. I'm one of the hosts of the StruggleU Podcast, E.T., Emmanuel, or whatever else you like to call me.
I'm Hailey.
That's Hailey.
I'm Kayla.
And we're here to tell you about some of the struggles that we go to and some of the struggles that y'all go to. But also, before I forget, please hashtag us with our hashtags. What's our hashtags again?
Hashtag what's your struggle?
And what's the other one? Struggle you. And let us know y'all struggle. This week I wanted to touch on something that is near and dear to me. I don't know what y'all bring to the table, but parenting as a college student.
It's got to be difficult.
I can barely take care of myself, so I don't know how.
I can barely
you
take
do
care of
that.
myself as well. I need somebody to take care of me.
Yes.
So let alone having to take care of a kid. It's a struggle. Waking up in the morning, getting the Elmo prepared, the oatmeal, the baths, and that's just what I got to do. Then I got to get my son together, because he got to have his Elmo and his oatmeal as well. So Hailey, I know you love kids, like.
Yeah, I nanny.
So how was that struggle for you?
I mean, I can give the kids back, so I have my own personal time where I can do my homework and stuff, but I can't imagine being like having to get my papers done while also like babysitting and making sure my kid is fed and in bed and stuff like that. I don't know how you would handle the time or manage the time at all.
Oh man, because
What do you
they need what they need when they need it.
Mm-hmm.
So in essence, you're put on the back burner. Like all of your needs, all of your requirements, if they get done later, whenever.
But you have deadlines. How do you?
No sleep.
I was about to say, you just don't get sleep.
You just don't sleep. 5-hour energy.
You already can't sleep with kids though. I can't imagine having
So-
a paper due at midnight and then.
Right, a paper due at midnight is just no sleep. Or a strategy that one of our strugglers tweeted me was what they would do is they would bring their kids to their parents' house to say that they're going grocery shopping just so they could get a nap in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, man, that's a bit much. But I mean,
Yep.
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, there's no sleep. It's a lot of 5-hour energy. It's a lot of Hennessy for me, to keep me going, to keep the excitement there. But
Also, you have to physically be in class. So, what do you do with your child during that time? You would have to pay for
childcare,
Yeah. How do you pay for that while paying for your classes? And
grandma,
paying the bills.
like it's cheaper for me to pay grandma to, watch her son, like for her to take off to watch her son, because she has bills as well. So it's cheaper for me to pay her to take the day off from work to watch her son than it is to pay for childcare, because childcare is freaking expensive,
It's so expensive.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you got to do it. That's the struggle.
Sometimes, remember a girl in our class, she brought in her kid one day.
Oh,
Had to
yeah.
ask the professor
Yeah.
if it was okay.
Um,
Thankfully, our professor was cool with it, but I'm sure some aren't.
Yeah, some
'Cause it's a
professors,
kid,
like,
like-
what do you do? Like, you can't do anything. But my kid is entertaining. I wonder where he gets that from. But, I mean, he would be a delight, but he's also loud. He does not get that from me. And he would definitely be disruptive. So I would not be able to bring my kid to school because it's just too much. So people, again, if y'all feel this struggle, please tweet us. Hit us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at, what's the YouTube?
YouTube is Struggle University.
Same thing, all of it's Struggle University. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Vimeo,
We only have a few of those.
all of that, Struggle University. Ladies, y'all want to touch up on anything?
Yeah. Being a girl in college is pretty hard.
It's
When you have
difficult.
8 a.m. classes.
Yeah, it's like, how do you,
People
get ready
expect
for
you to
this?
have your
So
hair
you,
done.
so you wake up at 6 a.m. for 8 a.m. class.
But you're already up until, midnight, 1 a.m. trying to finish papers.
Mhm.
It's like, but then we get like bashed on for wearing pajamas to school.
Yeah.
It's like, that ain't okay.
Because us guys, we definitely going to school looking for, like, you can't be in your pajamas, man. Come on, man. That's not attractive.
Well, it's hard. Imagine if you had to get ready like 2 hours before class just to straighten your hair, do your makeup, after you've been up all night writing paper.
It's the last
You
thing
wouldn't
you
do
want
it.
to do.
You're a guy, you're lucky. You can just throw on a t-shirt and pants and you're good for the day. You look fine.
My thing is,
Mm-mm.
my motto is you can never get caught slipping. You never know when you're going to see Mr. Right. And you don't want Mr. Right to see you in the pajama pants, no makeup on, you know.
I'd rather get an A on my paper
Honestly,
instead of spending time getting ready in the morning.
Man, I dress to impress, like it's Sunday every day. Sunday's best. But yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine being a girl in college. All the work that's required in being a girl. You know, your hair, your makeup. You got to get your coffee if you're not a morning person. Just that struggle in general. I'm thankful that I could just throw on some basketball shorts, some tennis shoes, and a shirt and call it a day.
and you look presentable in that.
Yeah.
Girls wearing yoga pants and a t-shirt, we look, throw it away.
Sometimes yoga pants
Right now.
isn't that bad.
Spoken like a true guy.
Whenever I first started college, I would get ready for class. I
Me
would do
too.
my makeup and I would wear nice clothes, but now that it's senior year,
I will
It's
say
like senior year just goes down.
right. I will say
no,
that.
not worth it. That's one thing
I will say that.
gone.
Freshmen, they come in ready,
Yes.
dressed up, makeup, everything. Like, hey, that's what seniors. That's new freshman class coming in.
It
Because,
will pass.
but yeah, it definitely will
Pass
pass.
it.
It will
Quick.
pass.
Like you can see the decline freshman year, sophomore
Mm-hmm.
year, junior year, and senior year is just a ponytail, flip flops.
It's like
I choose
we're lucky if
sleep.
we even brush our hair in the mornings.
If
Yeah.
you even make it to
Mhm.
class.
Yeah.
No, I make it to class, but I just make sure I get my sleep in over doing my makeup, and
Yeah. Makeup has become a lesser importance of the
Less-
not a priority.
Yeah, it's not a priority
Yeah.
anymore.
it can't be.
No,
You want to get good grades?
Right.
Like, if
I
you're
guess
trying
it's
to,
time
like-
management, though.
Yeah, but time management is difficult too.
Time management. That's definitely a good topic. We're gonna touch on that. Yeah. Hey, strugglers, let us know about time management. We want to hear your struggles about that. And what was that final topic that I wanted to touch on?
Well, it's like just like time management. It's like being in relationships in college, or for me, I'm married, and it's hard to try and manage a job, school, internships, and try and take care of my family. It's like, yeah, it may just be me and my husband, but the house still needs to get cleaned, dinner still needs to get cooked, bills still need to be paid, and he works an 11-hour job 5 days a week and works on the weekend sometimes.
Damn, you're a hard worker.
So it's like we're trying to balance everything and try and maintain our relationship and, not get in arguments or fights or anything.
You
because
gotta
we
make
love to spend
time for
with
each other.
Yeah, it's like we have to find that balance, and it's become very difficult.
It's very difficult whenever I got to read 190 pages
Mm-hmm.
in a night, but yet, so and so want to go watch a movie.
Exactly. It's like they don't really
There's
know
no-
that struggle because they're not in college or whatever the situation. It's like you're forced to sit there and like.
You have to choose your priority, school,
And
or
it's
a
like-
relationship. If you're married, you definitely have to choose your marriage,
Right.
but
And it's terrible. It's hard.
it's
How,
going to reflect on your grades.
Mm-hmm.
like, Kayla, so you got married during college.
Yes.
Like, how was that whole process? I know it was frustrating because it's a lot of planning.
Yeah.
It's a
She
lot.
got engaged and married.
And married within 6 months.
So how was that process?
It was hard because I took 2 of my hardest classes in those 2 semesters that I planned my entire wedding, and it was a struggle, to say the least.
To say the least.
Like, I ended up having to get another job that would work better with my hours just because I didn't have the time to, go toward the venues or go make the phone calls or go do the things that I needed to do for the wedding, as well as finish up the semesters and not fail.
Now, as far as planning,
Mm-hmm.
did you spend any time in the classroom planning the wedding?
Not necessarily in the classroom, but I spent a lot of time at work planning the wedding
Mhm.
because I sat behind a desk most of the time and I was on a computer, and I would just if I didn't have anything to do, I would pop up the internet and I'd research flowers or invitations or whatever I needed to look up at that moment that I still had to do, and I'd get a lot done then, and that honestly is probably what saved me, is being able to do a lot then.
Let's say, there's a statistic about for every hour. Can't think of it. It's like for every 3 page or every chapter, for every hour.
Credit?
For every
Yeah.
credit, you got to study for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So how did
No.
you?
For every 3 credits, you have to study for 5 hours.
There it is. See, thank you, Hailey. So how did you manage that? Like, how much time went into studying, and how much time went into planning that wedding? And then you still had to make time for your
husband.
fiance at the time.
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
And then you still got work,
Mm-hmm.
sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to eat somewhere in there.
And honestly, the biggest part for me is I had like friends and family that were knowledgeable in wedding planning, and like I had a really good family friend that was does a lot of wedding planning and events and things, that was able to do a lot for me and help. And my mother-in-law is fantastic with helping, and her friends and my mom helped a ton, and they did a lot of the work that I couldn't do, like making the phone calls, or I'm obviously in Jacksonville more than I was in Fernandina where the wedding was, and I was able to have them go do something in Fernandina for me, and they would send me pictures or texts or whatever to make the decision. So honestly, it was like having other people help me plan the wedding as well as planning it myself. But my fiance, now husband, was a huge trooper through it all.
They can't help you write your papers, though. What did you do about that?
Yeah.
I pushed everything on the wedding on them, and I just sat down and focused on writing my papers.
How hard is that for? Because the wedding is for the woman. So how hard was it for you to, take a back seat to your own wedding planning?
It was hard because I'm so controlling over certain aspects. There were very specific things that I was very controlling over, and those things had to be done earlier in the process. So thankfully those got done quicker. But alterations of my dress, I sent it back 3 times to get altered, and it was still not 100%. And just trying to get the centerpieces done, I ended up redoing my centerpieces over Christmas break because I didn't like how they ended up getting done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I had to step on some toes and hurt some feelings, but it was ultimately my wedding, and I had to do what I had to do.
Most definitely.
And I mean, it sucked, but like I said, the people around me were so understanding and helpful through it all.
Did you have to miss class or time in class?
Yeah, did you miss any
to
time in
plan?
class?
I missed
the
a
honeymoon
couple
or
of
anything?
classes, not necessarily for planning, but for the alterations of the dress. The timing for those were so terrible. And it was only over off of Southside Boulevard, but it would take sometimes 2 hours just to get the pinning just right or whatever, and I would end up missing a class because I'd had to be there. And
Jeez.
What
Did
did your
that
professors
did
say?
that affect your studies, your grades?
honestly, it really didn't. My professor was super understanding, and she was excited for me as well, and any of my other professors just really understood, and they worked with me. And especially when it came time for the wedding, I had my wedding in the middle of a semester, and my honeymoon was the week after, and it was the week before finals week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How was that?
So that was intense. It was stressful, but I knew that I needed to enjoy that time in my life and that season, so I just kind of pushed school to the back burner and just said I'd deal with it when I came back. And I did. I just dealt with it when I came back.
Did you pass?
Right.
Yeah. the first semester, because we got engaged last October, and so that first semester from October to December, I got the best grades I've gotten in college, at all. I got 4 A's and 1 B.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know that. Well, I can't speak on getting married during a college semester, but I know it definitely takes a toll on relationships in general as well. And then there was a point where I had to make a decision. It's I can't spend all this time with you because of my studies. There was a decline in my grades, and it was I had to pick and choose. And I'm still in college, but I'm single, ladies.
And that just brings us to the point of just time management again. You just have to figure out that balance.
You have to balance it, but in order to get good grades, you really have to put your relationships on the back burner.
And it's unfortunate because that ends a lot of relationships because one or the other person's not understanding in that sense.
The right person will understand that.
And
True.
then it brings us right back to the girls in college.
Mhm.
I had broke up with my girlfriend at the time, so I need you ladies to start dressing up and stop coming to school in the pajama pants. Take that hair out of a ponytail, wear it down and curly, put your MAC makeup on, and look presentable. Okay?
Nope.
No, I'm not gonna have it.
No.
In that defense, I went 10 years in school without a day missing makeup. From 6th grade to this year of college, I wore makeup every single day to school. And I had a 9 a.m. class, and planning the wedding and stuff, I just said I can't do this. That's just too much.
But you already had your fiance.
Yeah, but I still like to wear makeup for me. I don't
Yeah,
want to wear
well, you already had a few. You ain't had to go to school to impress nobody. You know, I don't want to meet.
Still.
I don't want to meet somebody on Christian Mingle or Tinder. I want to meet him in school in the library.
We're not here to impress you, though. We're here to learn.
Nice
This is
wholesome girl. Nice wholesome girl. So
And
people,
like she said, if the right person comes along, they don't care.
I ain't got time for that. Ain't got time for that. Put your makeup on, get dressed, get up early, go to the early bird catches the worm. You know, if you remember one thing that ET tells you, the early bird catches the worm. You know, so wake up early, get dressed, you know, take care of yourselves and look presentable.
He's right.
Because Prince Charming will be in that law and ethics class on the first day of class. So people, if you like what we're talking about, please hashtag us at StruggleU and What's Your Struggle. We would love to hear your struggles. I'm 1/5 of the podcast StruggleU. My name is ET.
I'm Hailey.
And I'm Kayla.
And this is StruggleU Podcast.